Zombie apocalypse.
Now then, it's Benny Booth on here, and here we are yet again for another video on starting rosters and skill ups and tactics, and basically trying to help you with today's race. What is gonna be Wood Elves? Woohoo! Yes, it's time for the tree hugging hipsters to rise and shine and try and win you that championship. So we're gonna go through a few of these things, but first of all, a blast from the past. Well, it is for the PS4. Let's go all the way to these tree-hugging hipsters. Now then, let me see if we can go here. So this is my team. This is back in 2015. This was my team. And they were in the Veterans Ladder. Yep. I don't know if any of the PS4 guys remember that. the Veterans Ladder in 2015. This was like the old championship. There was no playoffs or anything like that, but it was obviously a league, and this team was top of the league for, I don't know if it ended up being top of the league all the time, this team. 18 wins, no draws, no losses. There you go, there's some bad boys. 3-0, 3-1, 4-0, 5-0, 6-0. And I assure you, these were not farm games or anything like that. These were against proper players. And some more there. Look at that. Even Dwarf Caliber, the very famous, scary Dwarf team, what ended up being over 3,000 TV. That was Teddy Tom's Dwarf Caliber. They were scary. But even they couldn't beat the tree-hugging hipsters. So as you can see. And this will probably surprise a few people who obviously know me after this time. Because obviously I'm usually a bash-orientated coach, or like an orc player or stuff like that. So to see good old Bernie have an agility wood elf team is probably going to be quite funny to a few coaches who know me. But yeah, I did have them, and there you go, 18-0. So I just thought I'd show people that. So that's basically, we'll go into how to skill them up later, but it's quite similar to this. But I just thought, you know what? Let's go down a trip down memory lane when Bernie Buffon's Wood Elves ruled the roost. So there we go. So anyway, let's go back to the present day then, and let's have a look at the good old Woodies then. So first of all, what we do, we start off with the starting rosters. I'll go through a few different ones. Then I'll tell you which would be the roster I would take to have a crack at the official Cyanide Cup competition. It's going to start, well, it depends when you watch this video. It's going to start Wednesday, the 13th of September, hopefully. Because obviously Legendary Edition has just come out, they basically use this as a test. So you still get the Scions, you still get a fan's favourite. Unfortunately, there is no cash prize, but the cash prize will come back in the season after. Will start sometime in October after the next major patch. So let's get on with it then. Let's go with the first roster. And this one basically gives you the big massive tree. You get two rerolls. I don't know why we've got a cheerleader there, so we'll take that off. So you've got your 2 team rerolls. You've got a nice big juicy tree, and you've still got a war dancer and a catcher. So the major negative with this team is you've only got the 1 war dancer. I'd rather try and start with the 2 war dancers instead of the tree, but obviously, the tree will obviously, you can get it on the front line and you can start causing carnage on there, and obviously with them in Mighty Blow, there's a good chance you can get some players off the pitch for you. And it's amazing how many times you see loads of players get drawn to the tree, and he ends up with about 4 or 5 of the opponent's players round him trying to beat the living daylight out of him. Unfortunately with Wood Elves, most times than not, you'll only have 2 rerolls. That's just the way it is with Wood Elves. But because of 50k, after your first game, there's still only 100k, so you can go and get one at a late date pretty quickly. But obviously I'll be looking for my apothecary first. But like I say, even the standard line elf, I mean, movement 7, strength 3, agility 4. Alright, armor 7's not great, but you can't really argue with the rest of the stats there. So every Wood Elf is a threat. So that's that build anyway. Let's go on to the next one. This is the standard build, what you see a lot of. 2 War Dancers, a thrower, and then obviously you've got your 8 linemen as well, or line elves. 2 team rerolls again, and keeps 10k in the bank like the other roster had. This is a roster I usually go with. I just think you need your 2 war dancers, and I like the throw instead of the catch, because obviously the thrower, obviously it gets the bonus to, and you can throw it to any single one of these. Where with a catcher, he's the only guy who gets the catch reroll, isn't he? So, hey ho. So yeah, I mean, like I say, I like this team a lot, and that's that you usually see this build more times than not. This build is if you definitely want the 3 rerolls. You can't live without the 3 rerolls. If you want the 3 rerolls, unfortunately, you're gonna have to lose a war dancer. So you'd end up with 1 war dancer, one thrower, and 9 wood elf linemen, and 10k in the bank. But on the plus side, you get 3 rerolls. What you got to ask yourself is this: is 1 reroll more important to you than a war dancer? That's what you got to ask yourself. In my humble opinion, no. So they're the 3 rosters. Now the one I would take. The one I would take into the Cyanide Cup competition would be this one. 2 team rerolls, 2 war dancers, 1 thrower, 8 line elf linemen, whatever you want to call them. I think this is the best option, and then from here I'll be able to get the apothecary, and then build from there, trying to get a couple of catches and obviously team reroll. The good thing is if you get the apothecary and team reroll first, it lets you build your linemen and your war dancers before you get the catchers hogging all the stuff. So you've got your roster, and now how do you skill them? We quickly had a look at my trigger hugging hipsters. Well, so some of these are quite similar. We'll start with the 2 throwers first of all. We'll start with the typical thrower, what is basically used on offensive drives only if you can help it. He automatically comes with pass. After that, you're looking at things like accurate, on a double, strong arm, short feet sprint, always a nice, because that gives him potential to movement 10 and obviously helps to make the throws a lot shorter. Being movement 7 as a thrower is fantastic anyway, but anyway you can get him to just get it a bit shorter to make sure you get the 2+ with a reroll is fantastic. Safe throw to make sure that if you do have to throw over coverage, there's a great chance it won't be intercepted. And then, dodge is always useful, because obviously if someone does tag you, it's always nice to have the built-in reroll when you're trying to dodge away on a 2+. So this is a really nice build, and as we know, wood elves love to throw the ball. Now then, as well as throwing the ball, wood elves like to run the ball as well, and this build is basically, it does that. Start off with getting blodge, block and dodge, just to make him, obviously with him on the armor 7, just protects him a lot better. And then again, short feet sprint, obviously the potential of being able to move 10 with a built-in reroll is fantastic. Leap to me is always a good one as well on the run build, because sometimes you could have to go through 2-3 tackle zones if the space gets narrow, especially down a flank, and your opponent has got a really good defensive strategy going, where leap will obviously help you leap over defenses, or at least leap to the end of a column. And I think that's a very good skill on a ball running wood elf carrier. And obviously side steps another skill, so it helps you from getting surfed on the sideline. Regarding stat ups, movement, yeah, no problem. Quite happy to take movement, because it's all about the speed with wood elves. Strength, hell yeah, I'll definitely take strength, especially on the running build. And agility, but yeah, you're not going to say no to agility on a thrower. Armor, again, yes, they are armor 7, but your throwers shouldn't really be getting hit, should they, if you're doing your job right? So no, I wouldn't take armor. If I did, it'd probably be the last skill or the one before. It'd be very late on. Right then, the war dancers. Yes, the pain in the backside, these guys. We hate them when we're against them. And they come with bludgeon leap to start off with. Easily one of the best pieces in the game, especially to start off with. I think it's very important that you go down the build with strip ball and tackle on one of these guys. And then I always think try and follow up your side 7 diamond tackle, because then it's really... this build means you can do so many different things. You can run the ball because you've got bludge. It can leap into a gauge and get the ball loose, and it can also sit back in defence and tag a scoring threat or the ball carrier up, and if they can't push him away, they use sidestep to keep next to him, and if they try and dodge away, he's got his diving tackle as well. And if you've already got tackle as well, it works perfectly in synergy. And the great thing with this is, it's only level 5. You've got another 2 skills to go yet. It's fantastic. So, you know, I think it's really, really good. And obviously, strength or agility is fantastic on this build. Really is. If I had an absolute, say for instance, you go level 5 and you got some like strength or agility, or it's a really absolute fantastic piece, then I'd be more interested in armor. But again, to me, armor is something you take late, if anything. Movement on this piece, movement 9 would be nice, wouldn't it? But to me, I don't know. I don't think I'd take it. I think I'd rely on my catchers to be the 110 options of the War Dancer. But I could see movement later on would be useful. But again, it depends where I am in my development of this War Dance, if I take movement or not. This guy is a guy where you were like, no, Bernie, I'm taking a killer. I don't care. I've got over War Dance killer. Well, you can make them. You just need 2 doubles. And the 2 doubles you need Mighty Blow and Piling On. Obviously, you've got block, dodge, and leap to start off with, and then after Mighty Blow, Piling On, there's plenty of options. Tackle, obviously, to help you go hunting on the blodgers. Dauntless will help you take out the big pieces, like Black Orcs or Croxigors, stuff like that. After this, Frenzy's another chance you could have for two attempts trying to get rid of the ball or get the guy down. Juggernaut's really good, so you can go safe hunting. That's always useful as well. And Pro maybe is another good one. I would use Pro more like they've had Frenzy, just in case we get pushes. We can try and get a free 4+ reroll, can't we? But this, like I said, this does rely on 2 doubles. I'd be more likely to go this way is if I got a double first up. But I've talked to a lot of people, and people quite a lot of time they say, God, I wish I didn't take Mighty Blow on these War Dancers. I need better skills. And again, like I was saying with other elf teams, it's all about getting the ball loose and scoring. That's what they're built to do. They're not there to be scrapping, in a full brawl. They're there to pick the fights, So if you want to go killer build, that's it. That's how you do it. But obviously, you do need 2 doubles. Now then, the superstars of the team, the catchers, the War Dancers get all the love, but it's the catchers what would usually win your games, in my opinion. And the negative is obviously they're only strength 2. You can work around that. But obviously, when you're going for a ball tackle like this, when you've got the likes of wrestle, strip ball, and tackle, even if it's a red die, as long as you don't roll a skull, the chances are that ball's coming loose. So, never be afraid to throw a red die block. Especially if you've got a reroll, what you can use just in case you roll a skull. There's also things like Dauntless you can get, so obviously then, it looks like it gets 2+ against the strength 3 piece. It's going to be able to roll just the 1 dice. So there's plenty of options. I mean, the thing with catches, they come with catch, come with dodge, come with sprint, so that's great. So wrestle, strip ball, tackle, leap, they're all real nice things to get. And obviously then there's Dauntless as well. After that, you could give himself Sure Feet if you wish. Again, movement, definitely take movement. If I got movement early, I'd probably slightly tilt this to like a 1-turner or more of a scoring threat than a strip baller. Strength, yeah, take strength because strength 3 would make these fantastic. Agility 5 is great as well. They're really good. I mean, leaping on a 2+. Armor, again, I'd take later on. But again, this is a build to get the ball loose, and that's what you're trying to do. I know I keep going over like a broken record, but the thing with elves is the key is to get the ball loose and then take it to the house. Talking about 1-turners, here you go. You rolled movement, very nice. Movement 9 already. You've got sprint, so that makes you move 12. So obviously 3 GFRs. Sure Feet makes it a lot safer. And sidestep just makes it just almost like kids play to get a 1-turner set up. You just need the 1 push forward, and this guy can score in 1 turn. these are a pain in the backside because, like I say, the times that I've gone when I'm on a bash teams, I take 8-10s to score, fantastic, perfect drive, and he'll go click, 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 do some LBS and score. Same with Skaven. Pain in the backside. The other thing with these guys, you've got to be careful if you have them on defense because people will go after them, and really these guys are built to score, nothing else. And that is a problem with these sort of one-turners, is that they're very one-dimensional. But, you know, having one of them is always a nice thing. It won't work all the time, but when it does, it's always a nice, satisfying feeling. This is a bit of an overall all-rounder, shall we say. I go with block with this guy. Block, side, step, diving, tackle, pass block. Block obviously keeps him stood up more with dodge. And obviously I can use him as ball carrier. The sure feet will help with the sprints, and basically means he's got the potential of moving between 11 squares a turn, which is fantastic. Side step diving tackle means he's extremely good for marking somebody up, and obviously side step good for going down the sidelines without being safe. And then pass block's fantastic, so if he's in the backfield in defence, he can move 3 squares and tag the guy he's getting thrown to, even if he can't get in the front to try and intercept it. As long as he tags the guy, tags the scoring threat, or tags the receiver, then obviously it's a -1 to the catch, and then you've got diving tackle and sidestep there to try and stop it from dodging away with a -2 to the dodge. So I always think having one of these guys is quite nice because you can do everything. You can run the ball, you know, and it can try and intercept the ball on defense, and obviously you can tie scoring threats up and the ball carrier up. So to me, this is a really nice piece. And then finally, here's a nice one. This is your typical build, or my typical build, if I wanted a proper catcher. I'd start off with, well, it's up to you. I would probably go block first and then Nerves of Steel. So that means it doesn't matter how many people are around this guy. He's catching the ball on a 2+ regardless. You'll probably see me with these builds. I'll always go with Leap because I always think maybe there might be about 3 guys around him. So it's a lot harder to dodge away from it after he's catching the ball. So I always think maybe catch the ball and then leap over the defenders, and then obviously usually it'll be a 3+ leap followed by 2+ dodge and touchdown, baby, here we come. Diving catch is always good. I mean, for obviously wayward throws, it won't actually help you for the catch. You usually get +1 to the catch if it's on target, but obviously you're catching on a 2+ already, and obviously a 1's always a fail, and obviously Nerve of Steel make sure that there's no minuses. The only good time diving catch comes better is if you're in Disturbing Presence, because obviously Disturbing Presence always gives you the -1 per Disturbing Presence in your area. Nerves of Steel does not save you from that. So, like I say, I don't build them like this because I think, you know what, if you just got one build like this, they're going to get smashed and they're going to get stamped and they're going to get fouled. So, but that just gives you an option that you can build them like that if you wish. Right then, the good old Treeman. Yes, nice big strength 6 bad boy. Armor value 10. Stick him on the front line in the middle, and he'll try and tie as many people up as possible. And yeah, what skills would we get for this guy? Strength. Strength. I'd rather take block, if I'm being honest, over strength. Agility, nope, because I'm not throwing anybody. Movement would be useful because then obviously if you're movement 3, then obviously you're not trying to get yourself up on a 4+. And obviously you've got armor value. Well, you maximum 10 anyway, so that's not going to happen. So on a general, on a double, I would definitely take block. Absolutely. And then on a normal roll, and things like guard's always useful. And then the other best skill in my opinion is grab, because obviously even if you route to the spot, you can obviously manipulate them so you keep them in your tackle zone. And finally, the other one what you can look at is multiple block, because obviously you're strength 6, so you know what? It's still very good, isn't it? You're still going to get 2 dice. And obviously, if anyone saw the PC final, they'll see how multiple block on his tree man worked fantastically and helped him do a 1-turner and win the competition. So, you know, multiple block is the other thing. Other ways you can look at is getting break tackle as well, but at movement 2, they're very slow as it is. I think if you're going to go break tackle, I'd be looking for dodge as a double. So I've got a break tackle in strength 6 tree with a built-in reroll to try and break a cage. That could be quite useful. But usually block, guard, grab, they're the sort of 3 things you're looking for. The other really good thing is stand firm, but hey, you've already got it, so, you know. Like I said, they are nice pieces to stuff the middle up. And this is the way I'd build it. And then finally, we'll have a look at the line elves. Now, these can do anything the catchers or the war dancer can do. The only problem is it just takes a lot longer to get them done. This guy's obviously built in defense. He's got blodge, he's got sidestep, and then he's got diving tackle. So he sits at the back and covers any potential scoring threat. And it's a nice build. You won't go wrong there. Obviously, when they're having blodge, like I said, the thing is with them having agility 4 movement 7, there's so many, they can go all over the place. So they can be good in defense and good on offense. That's what's so good about Wood Elves, and they're so fast as well. And talking about they can do anything catchers can do, here's the build you can do if you want a cage breaker with a line elf. It does take a long time though. Obviously you've got 5 skills: wrestle, strip ball, tackle. I'd probably go leap before dodge. But there you go. But even just leap and wrestle or leap and strip ball would still be a threat. So, you know, you don't have to go all the way down with all these skills. This is just the skills what are best for getting the best out of that player. But again, it just takes you a bit longer. But like I say, wrestle, leap guys are always a threat. And your line of scrimmage, Wood Elves, wrestle, dodge, fend. Can't go wrong with that. So wrestle, knock them down. Obviously, because they're movement 7, they still can get up and still move decent amount of space. Obviously, dodge is there for protection and maneuverability, and then fend makes sure nobody can follow up, and saves from all them nasty pylons as well. If you roll a double, the best thing to get is guard, because obviously you've got very lack of guard, and a couple of pieces of guard being able to maneuver and put them in a position so you can help your war dancers or your catchers get in a 2-dar block somewhere is always good, because obviously with Wood Elves it's guerrilla warfare. You know, you're picking your fights, 1 or 2 fights, maybe a turn. You're not going to go into a full brawl. You're going to be fighting on your terms, and when you can have when you've got a few of these guys with guard on, it is a godsend. So never turn down guard. And then finally, the last piece, obviously, is a Wood Elf with kick. All that speed, all that ball sacking ability on your pieces. You gotta have a guy with kick. Have to. Kick it deep. Hope for a good bounce, and then watch your catchers and war dancers go to work and try and stop them from building the cage. And then if they build the cage, hopefully it'll be quite deep in their territory, so then you can put the pressure on, start leaping, start your column defense, start doing whatever you want. So this guy is a must on a Wood Elf team. Definitely. So there you go. That is basically a nice simple introduction to Wood Elves and how to skill them up. Just remember, they're only armor 7, so be careful. Don't base up an opponent unless you have to. Because if you keep basing people up, you're not going to have many players left. And don't forget, never give up with Wood Elves. We've seen it where 3 Wood Elves or 2 Wood Elves and a tree have won a final. We've seen countless times where 3-4 Wood Elves can win your games. Never give up. Never get disheartened if you only got 6-7 players on the pitch. You know, there's things you can do to protect your guys, but you're going to get games where your team's just going to get smashed. Every hit's going to be an armor break, and you've just got to accept them. Be careful when to use your apothecary as well. Obviously, leave it for your best places like a fully developed or well-developed thrower, war dancer, catcher. You know, don't be saving a blodge line elf or something like that. Sometimes you just got to let them go, unfortunately. like I say, Wood Elves aren't for everybody because a lot of times you are going to be short-handed. But they are a fantastic team. Just remember, this team is not there to bash. This team's here to put the pressure on the opponent, get the ball and score, and rinse and repeat. If you can learn to do that and get the right skills like we've shown you here, then I'm pretty much confident that you're going to do really well in Blood Bowl and in competitions or private leagues or whatever. Just do what just do these how can I put it? Just take these tips, try them out, and you'll be fine. Just don't go into a brawl with anybody, because if you do that, you're gonna more than likely have no team left, I'm afraid. Anyway, that's me done then. Like I said, thanks for watching again. Please subscribe. It just makes it a lot easier, because as I said, there's going to be a lot of videos. There's going to be 24 race videos. We're doing weekly talk shows regarding the official Cyanide Cup, what starts tomorrow on Wednesday. So that should be great. So we're doing that once a week. I'm hoping to get it on the Xbox. I'll definitely have it on the PS4. And various other videos, matches of playoffs, the Cup playoffs, and obviously the Cyanide Cup final I'll be doing as well. So it's very advantageous to click that subscribe button, because obviously then you will not miss out. So thanks again. Take care, everybody. Have fun on the Blood Bowl pitch, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye bye. Myself, take me right